All right, let's get it popping, man. Let's get it popping. So we're gonna try a few things today. I'm gonna try to figure out my audio issue, and then I'll be talking about a few different things as well. And then I will probably be listening to some music. So if you have any music requests, feel free to let us know in the comments, and I'll go ahead and attempt to play your song for sure. Other than that, we'll get into let me get into my shit. Okay, I'm popping off with this shit. You already know what time it is, man. This is my shit. This is my shit, bro. It tasted better yesterday. I ain't gonna lie. That shit most definitely tasted better yesterday. If the audio issue is still a problem, let me know as well, and then I will go ahead and try to address that as it comes. But we'll see. Oh, that's cool. That's okay. What if I already do it there? I'll try that another day. Actually, let's try that now. Fuck it. But yeah, we're gonna be trying a few different things. Hopefully, you guys enjoy today. I do have a few things I'm going to be talking about. Give me 1 second. I just gotta get this figured out real quick. But yeah, if there's any music that I'm gonna play, I'm gonna feel free to leave it in the comments, and then I'll make sure I go and put it on. Let's see if this works. But yeah, we're gonna be trying different shit out, and hopefully it works good. If the audio's still kind of cooked, let me know in the chat, and then I want to be able to see if I can figure it out by making a few adjustments. So I expect it to be cooked right now. For whatever reason, my last few podcasts that I've done, I've been having some type of issue, whether it's a delay, whether it's a mic problem. I'm trying to troubleshoot it right now as well. So yeah, that shit does not hit the way that it hit yesterday. I'm sick for that. I'm so sick. Audio is still the same. Okay, tell me if it's still the same now. It should not be the same, but tell me if it is the same. If it is, okay, cool. If it isn't, then perfect. Yeah, I'm gonna see also if it's still an issue as well. I'm gonna see if it's like a individual mic thing. I'm gonna play some music and see if it also is like that. I don't know why the hell I took a screenshot, but let me know though. Oh wow, come on, brother, don't do me like that now. Okay, I see that it's connected, but why are you deceiving me then? Yeah, but let me know if it still has the same issues. Like I said, I have a few things I'll talk about that I just think are interesting, and that's what I like to do on here. But I also like to listen to music and do some other shit as well. All right, give me a second. What's the first one that I want to talk about? All right. The first topic I'm going to discuss today, while I'm trying to get this figured out, is the concept that you can. The concept is this: don't forget you can fuck up tomorrow today. So that can mean many different things, but the way in the sentiment that I'm going to try to explain it in is this: I've noticed that a lot of people they go to sleep really late, and it does alter your day tomorrow. So by making a decision today, it can affect tomorrow, right? People think that when they go to sleep, wake up, they refresh with a new day, and they get to restart. But here's the thing: imagine a world in which you are paying for yesterday's debt just because you decided to do a certain thing, just because you had a consequence of your action from the day previous affect your tomorrow. So for me, the way that I see this most prevalent is going to sleep late and paying the price in the morning, right? And I'm a person that wants to start my day with early work outside of my obligation, outside of my work, and that will look like putting work in on myself in any capacity, whether it's going to the gym, but more importantly, putting in deep work into my life's project. And here's the thing: if you're going to sleep late, odds is you're gonna wake up late. If you still want to get a good night's rest, right, odds is you're gonna wake up late, and when you wake up late, you have no time to work. At least the issue that I've seen all too often. So yes, this concept I think is something that people need to take a little bit more serious. And I'm not just saying get your sleep right, because obviously that is definitely a factor, but I think it's also more important than that. It's it's something that, like I said, just making sure that you understand that you should have a perspective that extends longer than today. So for example, right, don't fuck up tomorrow today, right? If you get blackout drunk, not that I would recommend, nor would I expect anybody on here to be getting blackout drunk, but let's just say you did, and now the day that you had set out for the day after is now being affected because of the decisions that you made from the night previous, right? It would just be foolish for you to do that. I'm not saying don't drink, or I'm not saying don't indulge or whatever, right? There's a time and a place. Obviously, if you overdo it, you're going to be cooked, but in the same breath, it's just something that you must be weary of, that if you do enough, if you do too much of something, whether it's staying up, whether it's drinking, whether it's whatever, the day previous, it can fuck you up. Like for example, don't forget you can fuck up tomorrow, today, or tonight. I worked out and hit legs yesterday, and I was feeling the effects of it today. Obviously, that's obviously not fucking my day up, but you know, dealing with the consequences of those actions are definitely painful. Costly, not necessarily, but painful for sure. But yeah, I'm gonna see if I can figure this shit out right now. For whatever reason, it says it's connected, but it's not really connected to my shit. But yeah, if you're here, leave a comment in the live comment section, and then I'll go ahead and respond to your guys' comments. Like I said, if there's any music you want me to go ahead and play, let me know as well. Bro, what the fuck is going on? But yeah, that is the first thing that I want to discuss. Next thing is I'm gonna see how good I can explain this concept, because it's something that I wrote down, but I didn't write it down in the best way that I could have. But I still want to discuss it, just because it's something that I think is very, very interesting. Something that I don't think I haven't heard anybody specifically talk about it in this specific way. So the concept is this. All right, give me one second. I'm gonna turn this off and turn it back on. Give me a second. I'm gonna see if that fixes the audio as well. All right, cool. This shit sounds different on here for sure.
Act like I don't know days, nigga. I want the whole loaf, I don't want no crumb, nigga. I'm trying to ball, hell yeah, I want it all. We come from none. Pretty ass nigga, I'll
Okay.
I be cocky, I never been dumb. Taking a break from fucking my girl to go fuck the world and make the bitch come. Ice pouring in like I'm proud of you.
That shit sounds different.
No reply to you. These niggas want to carbon copiers. RIP the real, ride or die. I'd rather ride and keep shit alive for you. If I love you, then I'ma fly to you. Go through rainy days just to keep all the eyes dry for you. Stun hard, Sean Clive, Van tied up like I'm 05 Santan. How they sleep on me, but I seen every dream come true. I'm saying, man. Got 5 in this bitch, chicken and big like the other hand, man. Born in March, so yes, I'm walking on beach, and yes, I'm stepping on shit, but I can't dance. The whole black down to the shit KO niggas that show you what they ain't. Those pressing.
Is the audio so fucked?
I done seen every day except a halo. That's why I keep scratching me like Halo. That's why niggas around me on payroll. That's why I keep real ones that I pray for. Fuck you, mean you drinking a fan of where I'm from. They pouring a fago. I'm from Detroit where the skies is gray hole. So you gotta be your own beat my life. So you can stop right so niggas away.
Facts.
You get all of your goals. Me, I'm already goals. They don't see all of the hard work. They just see all the results.
Little bitch. All right, I'm gonna try something out.
Pray you get all of your goals. Me, I'm already goals. They don't see all of the hard work. They just see all the results.
All right, tell me if it's still like that. Tell me if it's still like that with this mic. Maybe worse with music. That's not good. Tell me if it's still terrible. I don't know why it'd be. I don't think it's the mic issue. Okay.
That's not enough. Boot as fuck. I'm like trust. I might bust. I like bubs. I might puff. I don't like look. You like sucks. I like sluts. I like cuts.
I have no idea what the fuck it is.
Bitch can't have no belly, bankroll, and I have no ones. Nigga, they tell me to be responsible with this check. I'm buying guns. Pray you get all of your goals.
See them already goes. They don't see all the
Hard work, they just see all the results. Moving different, moving different, I'm moving different, moving different. My bitch can't have no belly, bankroll, and I have no ones. Nigga, they tell me to be responsible with this check. I'm buying guns.
I want some new nails.
It sounds like it's coming from the video, not the mic. If that makes sense. Well, I don't think so. If I muted all of it,
Thing brand new, bitch.
well, obviously, never mind. There wouldn't be any audio input. It has to come from the audio. You should make the logo white. I know. I seen that it doesn't look that good. I'll see. I could try to do that right now, honestly.
Way too cocky in the cool feeling. Always in the press, why this bitch?
This shit goes dumb. I've heard this shit many times. This is Jaden's request though.
Nigga, don't touch, yeah, smell like money and we smoking on. Honey in the pack, keep the beeswax. Urban man's bag, got my bitch jacking. AP bust, a lot of niggas had a chance, they was unlucky. Yeah, when it's so long, we don't even discuss. Say you got hoes pulling up, I don't trust. Burn through the money, diamonds dance like Usher. They ain't gotta like it, but my bitch gon' love it. All about cake, got a mill in the oven. Birdman hands, all this paper I'm rubbing. Bitch cry for me like brand new onions. Way too cocky in the cool feeling. Always in the press, why this bitch acting? Yeah, spend 150 on the president. Nigga, don't touch, yeah, smell like money and we smoking on. Honey in the pack, keep the beeswax. Urban man's bag, got my bitch jacking. AP, brand new AP.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it is.
These diamonds be talking in they sleep. You know not to test me like SAT. They pay me like Riri, ASAP. Hotter than AZ, coolers than AC. Yeah, my diamonds gon' sing like Do Re Mi. Yeah, my diamonds gon' dance like my bro CB. And I pop 2X, that's Dose Key. Yeah, brand new money, brand new hundreds. Got a bunch of zeros like a bag of new funnies. Brand new phone with a brand new number. On some brand new shit, need a brand new plumber. I'ma be a brand new black cucumber. Love brand new. Fat pockets looking like love handles. Brand new hoes come snort this Michael Jackson, get a brand new nose. Yeah.
This motherfucker
Don't miss.
No, he's fucking good.
That motherfucker don't miss, man.
Way too cocky in the
Let's see if I can delete this shit. Hold on.
always in the press, why this bitch?
No matter who's looking.
See, here's the thing. Apple Music is cool and all. And you know, the new updates and cool is cool and shit, but then you start to get into mixing the music up. That shit ain't it, brother. Song goes dumb though, Jaden. Good selection. That was a good one right there. I cannot like good, very good music selection. I'm gonna try to figure it out, man. I'm gonna try to figure it out. Cause it's settings. Is there any way for me to delete this? Let's see. What about now? What about now? You still should be able to hear me. Is it still cooked? But delayed now. Oh, perfect. Fucking great. Looks like I'm making progress. Yeah, I could tell. If I just did 2. Enable mute notifications. Yeah, I could tell it's lagging. It'll 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 probably fix itself. It more than likely will fix itself, which is unfortunate because I don't have really that much control. All right, can you hear me? It still should be delayed, but it shouldn't be as bad. All right. I have it the same audio used timestamps. All right. See if it's a little bit better. Route audio to the central channel instead of left or right channels. I can hear you. Is it good? Is it different? Let me know. Because I have changed a little bit of the settings, but I'm not sure if it changed anything at all. I'm not sure what it is as far as. See, why is this here now? I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that. Does that change that? It does. I don't notice a difference. So is it still cooked? Let me know. Say yes, it's still cooked. If it's still cooked, I know I'm gonna try to get to some shit though. I just want to see if I can figure this out real quick. And like, if I don't figure it out within the next 8 minutes, I'll go ahead and unfortunately rock with it. But let me get some my material first. I already had it pulled up actually. Yes, still cooked. I assume. Okay. I didn't mean to do that. All right. Maybe it can. Advanced audio settings. That ain't no damn it audio. Come on, man. Is it still delayed? Let me know if it's still delayed as well. What the fuck is that? It requires a restart. I'm not sure what the fuck that means. What is that? What is that? Okay. Tell me if this makes a difference as well. Tell me if this makes a difference because I'm not sure if this actually does anything positively or negatively. Let me know. A little delay. Okay. Desktop audio device. All right. Trying to figure some shit out, fellas. I'm so sorry for this. A little delay. Okay, I'm sorry for the delay. All right, I'm trying to figure this shit out. My bad about that. All right, hopefully it's not too bad. I'm gonna try to figure some shit out. All right, let's get into it, man. I'm sorry for the delay and shit. If it's terrible, then I don't know. We're gonna have to figure some shit out. But whatever. I'm gonna get into it. So the next thing that I want to talk about, and like I said, if you have any music, I'll go ahead and play it in between my my little topics, I guess you could say. The next one is this: you should never question why man would want or would lock himself in a room. You should never question why man would lock himself in a room. I feel like men, they like isolation. They like to be alone. Some men like to be alone. They like that privacy. They like that um removal from distraction to an extent. And to be honest, I really can't blame men for wanting that, for seeking that, for wanting some peace and quiet, for not wanting to be always in the mix. to not always need to have a social obligation and to be to yourself, right? This lone wolf type sentiment, I understand it. And with that being said, the thing that I don't understand, and I'll finish the quote, right? You should never question why man would lock himself in a room, but you should always ask why he wouldn't unlock the door and let himself free. So there's men that rely on this and they use it as a crutch, right? I understand you want to be alone. I understand you don't want any social obligation. I understand all these things. And that is cool in seasons and only in seasons. But if this is your primary way of functioning, just know you are dysfunctional. You're dysfunctional in many other ways outside of being social. You don't have the proper calibration. I don't believe. Right? Like I said, I can understand why you would want to lock yourself in a room, be independent, be alone, be away from obligation, be away from social integration. But the man that does not come outside, the man who stays inside and does not get both perspectives is one that I cannot admire, one that I cannot respect, right? It's like it's the man that always works and never actually enjoys the work that he's put in. I don't understand that. What's the point of putting in the work if you're not going to enjoy the fruits of your labor? That doesn't make any sense to me. And it's something that I think it sounds very, very obvious, but you'd be surprised how often there's men that do certain things or act in this specific way, and especially within this generation, you have a large group of men who are, let's just say, sexless, who indulge in video games, indulge in many different things that are decently enjoyable, and they give themselves a constellation prize when in reality what they're actually seeking is something much more deep, much more fulfilling, but they are supplementing with less than great alternatives and giving themselves the satisfaction artificially. And that is that same thing, right? A lot of men, they'll say, you know what, I don't need women. I don't need these things. I don't need what a man or what a human being needs, right? I don't need relationships. I don't need women. I don't need whatever, right? I don't need to go out. I don't need to be social. And to an extent, like I said, it's one thing to go ahead and point out all the negatives of these things. It's an entirely different thing to not acknowledge the negative that is the removal from these things, because these things are essential to the overall life experience that is the most fulfilling life. And to be in denial of this is a mistake, and it's a mistake that I think a lot of men make, and they don't really question it, right? And then they wonder why they are feeling specific ways about themselves, why they're feeling specific ways about the world, and it's because you're missing some of the most fundamental things that do exist in this human experience that you're supposed to experience, supposed to go through for the good and for the bad. A lot of people think that they could just get away from the bad, and then they're wondering why they're not reaping any of the good. And the reason they're not reaping any of the good is simply because they haven't put themselves in a position at least get the bad and also get the good. So they're kind of like they're saving themselves from a bad experience and also sparing themselves from a good experience. So I personally don't like to live that specific way. I'm not here to have a safety net on my satisfaction or have a safety net on my whatever. Here's the thing. I'm in life for the experience, for all the good that it has to offer, and for all the bad that will inevitably come. But to shield yourself off because you don't want to be in discomfort, you don't want to be in pain, you're a coward, at the very least. This shit tastes like beer, which I really don't rock with this shit. I'm gonna try another can, but it should taste different than it did yesterday for damn sure. But yeah, so that's what I have to say for that. Um, and I'll read it one more time, right? You should never question why man would lock himself in a room, but you should always ask why he wouldn't unlock the door and let himself free. Yeah, I think that one's a little bit deep, man. I think that one's a little bit deep for sure. And it's this weird. We have weirdos in today's society, man. And all I'm gonna say is there's gonna be much more to life than the removal of that experience. That's for damn sure. And that's why I'm here to give you some of my opinions, give you some of my um, perspective, because I do believe that a lot of men are suffering from a lot of different things, and not to play the victim role, but at the end of the day, as a man, you must take responsibility for your actions, for your feelings, for your emotions, for the outcomes of your life, right? For the repercussions of your own actions. In some of those ways, you wonder why you're feeling those specific ways. You wonder why you feel lonely at night. You wonder why you don't feel as fulfilled. You wonder why you don't feel purposeful. You wonder why you're doing the same thing and not making any improvements. And it's because you're removing yourselves from essential experiences that do give you the good and do give you the bad in life. And I would say it is a curse to limit yourself from good, the greatest, and also it also is a curse to limit yourself from the potential worst. To stay in this, so like I said, what I would like to say is like this is the worst and this is the greatest. Some people put themselves in a position where they take an alternative that's not as good and they cap off very, very low. Let's just say average good, and let's just say average bad. But it's not necessarily terrible or the worst. They put themselves in a position where life is just good enough to still be shit. And it's as simple as that. Which brings me to my last point, and then I'll probably play a few more songs, and then I'll go ahead and end it off. But I'm trying to figure out this audio shit, but whatever. The next one is this, right? No path is ever predictable. Nothing is guaranteed. There are things that are more likely, but not necessarily guaranteed. There are things that are most definitely impossible once you've chosen a certain path. Choose something with high upside as well as high downside. If you choose something with okay upside, then it is more likely that you will know what you get yourself into, good and bad. But you also can never get mad at the results because it's within what you chose. So it's kind of going back to that same sentiment that I mentioned a little bit earlier, where you're limiting yourself from the experience of life by choosing something where you already know the result. And here's the thing: if you put yourself in that position, let's just say, for example, right, you choose the most conventional path, right, and you, just like most people, want unconventional results, but you still take an unconventional path, and you're getting pissed off because you're not living the life that you want to live. And you see so many people who took an unconventional path and are living the unconventional result, and you want to be just like them. If you've chosen a certain path in life, it would make no sense for you to feel dissatisfaction because of what you chose and the circumstances that you put yourself into. And like I said, no path is ever predictable. So let's just say you put yourself in a predicament where you're in a life situation where you are taking more of an unconventional route. Just know the unconventional route is going to give you potential, or if you set it up the way that you would like, right? If you make the right decision, if you vet the decision, it can give you high upside, but it also can give you high downside. And if you're willing to accept that and not quit at whatever you're trying to pursue, then you might be able to make it out in the end and be in a little bit more of a favorable spot, as opposed to you taking a conventional route, being pissed off with the results, and getting just enough to still not get enough. So, yeah. Like I said, no route, no path is ever predictable. It's never guaranteed. Now, you can't put yourself in a position where the result is a little bit more predictable, I guess you could say. But still, nothing is guaranteed. You must keep that in mind, right? With every decision you make, understand that there's going to be conventional decisions, there's going to be unconventional decisions, and it's up to you to say, I'm making this decision with the hopes that blank will happen. And hopefully it's realistic. And when I say realistic, I'm not saying realistic in the sense that it's more likely to happen. I'm saying realistic in the sense that it's actually possible. So, yeah. So, yeah, those are things that I have to say for today. I'd like to play a little bit more music. See if I can fix this audio. Let's see. Hold up. I'm going to read this real quick. Let's see. Let's see if this will work. All right. I think I already had that on before. All right, let's see the next one. Check hardware connections. Make sure like your USB microphone cameras are not overloading a single USB bus. Maybe that's what it is. My computer feels fucking hot. Oof. All right. Let me see. Let me check something. But I've tried most things. Quite frankly, I don't understand why it's doing that. But maybe I can get a fan or something for it. Maybe that would help. Which wouldn't make that much sense, but maybe you could. All right. I might have to do that. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But hopefully next time I'm gonna go live. Maybe within the next few days before I go live on Thursday to hopefully try to fix this audio situation. I'm not sure. I think I have one more thing. I might try to reset my Mac. I haven't done that in a minute, but I have no fucking clue. I have no clue. I'll fix it hopefully very, very soon. But yeah, let me put some music on. I'll go ahead and end it off here in a minute. But this is unfortunate, man. Been trying to fix this shit, man. I've been having problems with this a lot more recently, and this shit's getting frustrating because I shouldn't have that many problems because I haven't had that many problems beforehand. What's today? If you guys have any audio recommendations, let me know.
I've got news. I've got bad news for you.
And we bought like TNT. Watch these pros all pick a side. Bitches fly like TMZ. Every time we come outside, call the Uber SUV. How many gon' fit inside? Yeah. Hide your bitch, hide your wife. Yeah. Bag your bitch, she in my side. Yeah. Pray the dogs never die. Yeah. 42 come alive. Yeah. Hide your bitch, hide your wife. I'm allergic to the cap, I can't hear these niggas rap without an EpiPen. You'll never see me at Giuseppe. I find them tacky, look what I'm stepping in. Some shit I design with Italians. All of them 85,000s. Or maybe 500, I keep H-I-J-K, M-N-O-P, that's little me in the classroom asking, what's L?
Hey, let me see if it fixed.
Take those, your girl saw me and her face froze. You better be lucky and faithful. Please test me, I ace those. My money been growing like eightfold. You know I hate goals. I can't tell if they turning green from the envy or is it a fake goal. I move through the street one deep. I keep forgetting I'm J. Cole. I feel like a regular nigga. I just got a very irregular bankroll. Word to pull my big pesos. My account like the end of a rainbow. Every time that I spit, it's a flame though. Me bossy essentials, NATO.
And we ball like TNT. Watch these hoes all pick a side. Bitches flock like TMZ. Every time we come outside, call the Uber SUV. How many gon' fit inside? Yeah. Hide your bitch, hide your wide. Yeah. Bag your bitch in my slide. Yeah. Pray the dogs never die. Yeah. 42, come alive. Yeah. Hide your bitch, hide your wide.
Lord forgive me, as I'm a sinner. The way that I live, I'm preparing for hell. I don't know why your man should probably thank me. Because I've been airing your girl. If it gets on top, we can take the chase. Cause we know the area well. Thank God I'm not far for 100 M's. I got a friend from periods, bro. I don't even put it up, man. I can't get back by TMZ. Tryna fit 4 things in a G63. I'ma give one thing to my bro at G. I'ma handle the rest and G will free.
I don't like this motherfucker that much.
Stop, how the fuck did she fit in them diesel jeans? I can't compete cause they ain't in my league. Oh, please, ain't even an equal beef. At least hit man in abdominal, bro. It don't even count if below the knee. Block life chilling with a horrible hoe. Shit, get down and blow the team. Me and the guys was
Jaden, you're funny.
like, bro, let me hold that code this week. Now it's after hours. I'll shut down Harrods. I'll bring out the Amex and go in a spree.
And we ball like TNT. Watch these hoes all pick a side. Bitches flock like TMZ. Every time we come outside.
Hits. Hold on, I'm gonna try something else.
I'm just hoping that you play this. I need the light back through my speakers. She went great as head.
Is the audio still fucked up, you know?
Hear me up, wasting all of yours. I'm saying this. What? You're my favorite of all time.
You know what? Another thing is this, right? I have filmed 248 podcasts. So it's like had my shit for a couple years now. I don't know. We'll see. This could be tripping, but
I'm just hoping that you play this. I need a light baker through my speakers. She went great as head. I don't mind hearing your voice and all of yours. I'm saying this. What? You're my favorite of all time. Without you, there's no more sweet songs, and I can't make them alone. Thinking in the moment, feel so much inspiration.
crazy little laugh right there. Crazy. Yes, it is what? It's still cooked? Fuck me. Song's a fucking hit. Song was a fucking hit. Ain't gonna lie.
Autumn drive took another lead from the city. Autumn drive, I took another lead from the city.
feel like listening to this one last track. We'll call it after that. I got more shit to figure out, unfortunately. Conductor, we have a problem. So, fellas, we have a problem. The mic's shit.
I cracked the code. I'm in the mode. Off the Louis, y'all move like me.
All right, I'm gonna try one thing as well. And see, I doubt it's gonna work, but
I cracked the code. I'm in the mode.
hold up. It shouldn't do anything. But let me know if there's a difference in quality. So you have this to compare to.
Couldn't extort me. They can't short me. I got the price on my head. I'm out on the floor, see. Don't tell me what they say about me.
All right, give me 1 second. Hold up. I'll show you the difference in a second.
Don't tell me what they say about me. If I could put my feelings on silent. If I could put my feelings on silent.
Yeah, well, look, they call me sensitive. I just think they insecure. I show my feelings so they feel me, they ain't feeling yours. Lord, and I'm sure that hurts. I can never sell my soul and yours a clearance purse. See, I'm on some protective shit. I'm on some never call my phone, you barely can text me shit. See, y'all be on that forgetful shit. I'm not the 2 or 3, I'm San Antonio, Texas pick. I put myself on DNP.
All right, let me know if there's any audio difference. So you hear the audio. What it's gonna be.
Always keep it P, but y'all don't see the T.
If I could put my feelings on silent.
All right, tell me if there's a difference in audio or not. If I could put my feelings. Unfortunately, no. That's what I love to hear. Jason, thank you for the good news once again. One more track, unfortunately. I wanted it off.
She said, take your time, what's the rush? I said, baby,
Fuck, man. I can't believe that shit.
she said, take your time, what's the rush? I said, baby, I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. I can smoke already, so pardon my.
Man, alright. I'm gonna end it off, fellas. Unfortunately, I do not have the solution for the issue, but I'm gonna figure it out. Next time I'm gonna go live, just know I'm going to have it figured out. But if it's a test stream, don't fucking click, because it's gonna say don't click. That's all I have to say for today's Chatting with Champ. But yeah. I'll figure it out next time, fellas. Sorry about that, but we're gonna go ahead and end off. Y'all have a good night. And podcast is gonna be on Thursday. Tapping with that for sure. Should be a good episode. And that's all I have to say. Y'all have a good night. Like I said.